How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the random weapon challenge. We did get the rotted fork for Skeletron, so we will be using that until we can get the next weapon. And hopefully it's good, but let's go find out. Okay, so there's 180 available weapons here, and surely a good chunk can deal with wall flesh pretty easily. This is one I want really good luck on. We may have to use a reroll. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I don't know if that's possible. I won't lie. Oh, and this is without whips too. Yeah, summon weapons are pretty bad in this challenge. So yeah, as I was getting at, the problem with the Flinx staff is the damage. It only does 8 damage. And I don't know how the targeting is going to be, and whether they can even keep up when the wall flesh speeds up. Like, they might just get trapped behind, and because of the nature of this challenge, can't really use whips, which is a very central part of the summoning class now. There we go. Okay, we have enough. So goodbye rotted fork. So that is our Flinx staff. I guess we make some armor. I think we have to go B armor. You have like 2 options in pre-armor mode near this point in the game. Oh, what do we need for this actually? I think we have to do the queen bee fight again. Oh, is this enough? Oh, easy. Okay. Never mind, we don't have to do queen bee again. I remember we could shimmer the bee nades. So we can get this armor. So that puts us at, with the reforge, pre-buff, 11 damage. The good news is, the wall of flash eyes have only 6 defense. So there is an option on this boss to hit target where we will be doing more than 1 damage. So that's good. That's great even. An interesting point was brought up. Oh, I love having summons. This is great. In the comments when we were doing the queen bee fight, because we used the shield of Cthulhu, and it was mainly used as not a way to do damage, but to protect us from damage. However, we were still damaging the boss with accessories. But I think I do agree that it takes away from the challenge if, say, we were up to like, I don't know, one of the hard mode bosses and we just started using a bunch of accessories that do damage for us to where the weapon doesn't really matter. I think I agree. I don't want to do that, but it gets tricky though, because that then makes it even harder for us for, say, this wall of flesh fight, because this stinger necklace, not only do we get honey when we get hit, but we also have the 5 armor penetration. That could then stack with another shark tooth necklace to get up to 10 armor penetration. But because it releases bees when we get hit, that will deal damage, so we lose out on all of those bonuses. So that's where I'm like, do we allow it? Do we not? I don't know. It's gonna make it much harder without it, but I think that's the way we have to go, at least for this episode. But you know what we can do? We can just shimmer it. So yeah, great accessory that we unfortunately can't use today. All right, so here's our lineup. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will be fishing for some summon potions. That'll put it up to 6. Will that be enough? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not convinced without the stinger necklace. It's like, how much damage are we doing to this demon? It's taking a bit to kill. But, I mean, the Flinx, yeah, it could be worse. We could have gotten, like, the fledgling staff, I think is what it's called. We could have gotten the bird, and yeah, that would have sucked. Like, all things considered, we got an okay summon. I can't be too upset. Well, the only part I'm scared of is because we can't use whips. When the wall speeds up, I don't know that our summons are going to be able to keep up with it. So we might get to the point where I'm just going to have to spam the summon onto, like, directly on the eye for the last little bit, as if it were, like, a ranged weapon. And we're done. Okay, so I guess we can start on this side. Complete test run. I doubt we'll get this, but this will give us some good information on whether we can use this strategy, and also tell us how much damage we do to the hungry and the boss itself, and whether we can target the boss effectively when it's speeding up. And we throw this over. There we go. So I guess we'll focus the hungry first. So not a ton of damage immediately. The question is, do I just ignore them? Maybe that's the key. Uh-oh, I messed this part of the bridge up. That could have been bad. Oh, no. So yeah, we're getting a few lasers in, but notice that there's generally a lack of lasers. Okay, the damage looks pretty good. I think we ignore the hungry and we just try and keep refocusing them onto the eye. Because the damage is like, it's not bad. Okay, so we got good info. The platform worked great. Well, sort of. I gotta build it better, obviously, because we kept getting stuck. But as far as the purpose of preventing lasers goes, it worked fantastic. So we don't have to worry about the lasers. It takes twice as long to build, but I think it's worth it in this case, because we need to stay close. And if we have to dodge lasers, then we're probably going to pull aggro off of the boss a lot. Yeah, from there, I don't know what we do about when it gets fast. That's still a question left unanswered. I mean, hopefully it just goes well and it's not a big deal. I think we're ready. I didn't quite get the best reforges, and we might want to switch everything over to menacing in order to get this done. We have a few buffs, and I'll show you the bridge really fast. It's not huge because, I mean, it took a long time, so hopefully we can get it done with this length, but we might have to extend it. I do understand that. So, without further ado, here is our first real attempt with buffs. I guess I'll probably want to spawn these on this one. Yeah, I don't like how they keep getting reset. Oh, our damage is looking great, though. I just wish they would stop focusing all of these other ones. All the hungry. Because they don't need to be. Okay, nice. They're jumping at the top one. That's perfect. I forgot that's what we wanted to do for the most damage. This is going great so far. The leeches are starting to become a bit of a problem. I'm going to put this on. We just have to keep them focused. I'm going to have to just try and dodge the leeches, I think. This is working way better than I thought, though. They're doing, like, actually a lot of damage. They're just so sick. Look at that. This is perfect. They're all grouping up, too. But this is where it gets scary, because I don't know if they can keep up here. Okay, the leeches are getting a little crazy. Come on. I'm running low on health. I think we just have to run. Holy shit. I don't remember these leeches being so deadly. Oh, we're so close. No, we're dead. No. Okay, we're fine if we make it just like a hair longer, which is really disappointing because we were so close. I am surprised by how much the leeches were doing. They were kind of destroying me. So I'll go extend that bridge, and then hopefully that'll do it. Come on. I'm out of mana. Oh my god. No. No. Oh no. Are you joking? Fuck. I was out of mana. No, we had 90 health left. I knew this would be the issue. As soon as you get to, like, that tiny shred of HP left, then we just have to, like, get one hit on it. You're joking? 48 health, dude. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, that sucked. That was actually... That's the hardest wall of flesh fight I've done in a long time. Not the hardest ever by any means, but that was rough. But we did it. So that's all that matters. I am ready to spin and get a much better weapon than this Flinx staff. That being said, it worked. We didn't have to spend a reroll. I could have if I just wanted to make my life easier, but technically we could have gotten something worse. Like, if we get a short sword there, it's just an auto reroll. So it could have been worse. Let's hope for the next one. I think it'll be Queen Slime that we get a little bit better luck. So we go to the next stage. You'll see the number come way down because we no longer can get Pyramid weapons, which I'm really happy about. So I think just about everything should be able to deal with the Queen Slime. I'll double check that's the stage we're on. Yes, that is. 3, 2, 1. Classy Cane? That cannot be good. Classic. Oh god. It's the weapon from the tax collector. 16 melee damage. I think this is going to be our first reroll. It'd be one thing if it was against a boss that didn't have a ton of contact damage. Queen Slime, it's not one of those bosses. We have 180 contact damage. Its defense is 26. That's a 16 damage weapon. This is going to be our first reroll. Let's try again. So we have 4 left for those who are new. We get 5 rerolls for the entirety of the playthrough, the run. Hopefully we get something better. 3, 2, 1. Oh god. Okay. Doable, but this is going to be one of those painful ones. I can't escape Summoner here. This is no whip Summoner with the Spider Staff, which I think is pretty terrible against Queen Slime. Uh-oh. I just realized this is going to be much worse than I thought. In my head, this is what we got. The Spider Staff, the Summon. No. We got the Spider Staff Sentry. So I was feeling really good about getting through pre-hard mode without using any rerolls. And just like that, we might need to use 2 on the first boss of hard mode, which would leave just 3 left for all the mechs, Duke Fishron, Empress of Light, Moonlord, the pillars, because we do 1 for each pillar. I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest. Okay, so we've rigged up the farm. So at least the collecting won't be hard. All right, so we have enough for everything. Well enough, so that's good. We'll put our Flinx staff away. So yeah, things did not really get easier, I don't think. Unless there's something I'm missing with this weapon, but yeah, for those who have never used it, I'm sure there are quite a few of you out there. So yeah, this weapon is a sentry, so it doesn't care about your summon slots. It's completely different. So we put it down and that's all we get. We can get, I think, 2 of these if we can somehow manage to do the Old One's army. But that even might be really difficult with just 1 Queen Spider Staff. Unfortunately, the gear we're after from the Old One's army only drops from the Dark Mage, meaning we'll have to complete the entire event if we ever want to see these items. But with just 1 sentry, there is no way we could get it done. So I resorted to the Old One's army cheese. For those unfamiliar, it's just a platform hoik that you can set up by hammering a block, and then block swapping it with a platform. This hoik prevents enemies from walking through it, but as far as the game is aware, this is just an ordinary platform, so it doesn't get picked up by the event's anti-cheat. It should be noted that the wyverns can just fly right over, but that's just 1 enemy. Should be easy, right? Wrong. The Queen Spider's egg projectile has pretty abysmal range and velocity. On top of that, it takes a while to fire, so by the time it's ready, the wyverns are often already out of range. So I narrowly managed to get to wave 5, but there were even more wyverns this time compared to wave 4. So I was ultimately defeated before the Dark Mage could spawn. So for the next attempt, I made 2 additions to our strategy. The first was the binoculars. This item greatly extends the player's view, which allowed me to keep eyes on both portals so I could preemptively set up the sentry on any given side. This gave it enough time to take the shot before the wyverns could get past. The next addition was the dart trap. The damage is pretty terrible in this trap at this stage of the game. However, given enough time, the poison will really rack up some damage and start adding to that progress bar, which in turn will spawn in the Dark Mage faster. Yes! Okay, we killed 1. So we have the Squire's Shield. And then we also have the War Table. There we go. So now we can have 3 Spider Staffs. So let's spawn it in. I think I'll just try and do the first phase. Right here. Like, the damage itself isn't too bad. It's not too great. But it could be a lot worse. This is gotta be the most awkward Queen Slime fight I've ever done. Sure, we can buff. Why not? Seems to be going decently well. We do have that platform up there, but I can't really get it to get the boss to it. I probably should have put like an artificial biome up there. That would have been smart. Okay, should be phase 2 coming up here. There it is. Okay. Okay, it's not really working how I thought it would. It's too fast. Like, it, by the time the summon can even see the boss, it doesn't know what to do. Like, it's already out of its vision. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to keep it in an area. Do a completely different strategy than what I'm used to. And then ditch that area once slimes spawn in. Like I said, I've only ever tried this fight with the mount and high movement speed. Couple that inexperience with the atrocious weapon that I'm forced to use, and it made for an incredibly tense boss fight. I'd have stretches where I'd be cutting the boss and dodging his projectiles well, but then an ad would spawn and completely throw off my rhythm. As you saw earlier, this boss hits surprisingly hard, so it doesn't take much to die to it. So I expected this one to take several attempts, but despite being reduced to under 10 HP on 2 separate occasions, thanks to a little bit of luck, I was able to make it through. Yes, okay, we did it. I'm so glad that worked. Okay, definitely worth going for the hassle of like the old one's army stuff, because wow, that did pretty good. We did it first try. I feel like on paper that should have been harder than the wall flesh fight, but or at least I thought it would have been, but it was doing decent damage, and that's the first time I've fought it like that, and that's probably how you're like supposed to maneuver around it, but usually just unicorn mount, and that's a lot easier. Please give me some good luck though, all that being said. Yes, we got it done, but wow, did that suck. All the prepper, everything about that whole segment was awful. This is going to be for the first mech boss. We can choose, so we do get the option to choose. That is extremely good, because certain weapons are going to be a bit more suited for certain mech bosses. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. There are so many weapons. That would be so good against these guys. Okay, we have to choose Destroyer, right? And we just go a melee build and then see what happens. I don't really know. So we have 49 damage. There's just no way this is good. We need new armor. That's a big thing. New armor. We're gonna need new accessories. Probably want some sort of gauntlet. And I think we just go full bulk and potentially we just try and face tank it. So I think we are ready. So we have 99 defense pre-buff, which is insane. We have some honey, heart statues, campfire, lantern, bass statue, gnome, and then here's our armor. This is just max defense armor, the max I can get right now, as far as I'm aware, but also good for melee hits in general. And then yeah, same idea, just melee orientated or survivability accessories down here, all hoarding, of course. And yeah, we'll see if that's enough to face tank the destroyer. I think it will be. Let's get started. Okay, not if we get hit by the head. Okay, not working, not working. Bail, bail. Yeah, bad plan. This number is big, but this one is much bigger. That being said, the sword dealt fairly respectable damage, and the several hours of farming for bulky equipment didn't go to waste, as even after swapping out an accessory for some wings, we can still tank both the boss's lasers and the ones from his probes. So, with some careful maneuvering away from any contact damage, especially the head, I was able to take it down. There we go. Okay, we did it. But it needed a lot of prep. But that's okay, because I am not wanting to use another reroll in this video. It'll probably happen, but we just want to delay that as much as possible. So, yeah, even with 111 defense, if we get hit by the head, we basically get one shot, which is just ridiculous. I probably should have got Life Force now that I think about it. I haven't used that yet in this video. That would definitely help. Maybe for the next one. We can go to the next stage. We can see what we get. Please be something good. No more true melee. No more summon weapons. Give me something strong. That is something strong. Okay, we will take that. Do I think twins or prime is harder? I think the twins are. I think we'll use this on the twins. There we go. Nice. A good weapon. I've been waiting so long for this. It's just night and day. Since we don't really need the bulk as much, I might swap over to the frost set. Because that debuff, I believe, stacks. Cool, so we have the frost set now. I was gonna get some Ichor, but we don't have the witch doctor. This got corrupted. Let's do it. All the effects are kind of distracting. But we should be good. Now, hopefully this is the right choice, doing this with twins. It's impossible to say. It's a great weapon for either. Honestly, all the mech bosses this weapon can carry you through. Oh, we got a little bit of help from the star, nice. But it's impossible to say until we see what we're getting. So, we'll find out. And hopefully the rest of this video is kind to me, because I feel like I deserve it. The past few have been so bad. Especially compared to that first episode. Like, we did really good. We didn't really struggle much. Nice. Very quick, very easy boss fight. We are already on to the next one. Let's keep this going. That took like maybe 10 minutes to do that whole section. So if we could just keep this good luck going, then I will be very happy. 3, 2, 1. The Dribbler Crippler. I can't say I've ever used this. This is pretty annoying to get as well. It's a drop from the Dribbler, which is a fishing enemy in the Blood Moon. And they're kind of annoying to defeat, so I'm going to need to get some sonars, probably set up a little arena. And then in terms of the weapon, I have no idea how good this is. I can't really speak on that. It should be able to take on Prime. I don't know how easily, but hey, another melee weapon. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That was only like 3, which is sick. So here's a new weapon. It's hold down, left click, typical mace spin. I guess flail spin. But when you launch it, not only does it have crazy range and is quick, but it has a projectile too. So that might be just something I want to spam from range. That being said, I bet the damage, yeah, would be insane if we get close. I don't know how we do that against Skeletron Prime, but maybe we try that out and see if we can make something happen. It's time for the final mech. Let's see how this thing performs. I'm really excited to try it out. Here we go. We'll buff. Where are you? It's just got crazy range too, and it hits multiple times on the way through. I wonder if I could spin here. No. Bad idea. I will just get hit. It's super satisfying to use. I love this thing. I find flails to be a little boring most of the time. But when you add a projectile to it, and just the sheer power of this thing and the damage is insane. So maybe I should give them more of a shot. Because I never even bothered to try this thing out, but it's doing really well. And just imagine this thing against Destroyer. Like, that would be the fight to use it. Oh, you can spam it. It retracts quicker. I didn't know you could do that. So you can just spam projectiles like this. Oh, that's insane. It's like that close range, like right now, would be really good, probably. Okay, that's super cool. I guess you can probably do that on all flails. I've just never tried it. So we actually can just track it like this. It does so much. Wow, that's actually... I'm surprised. That's a really fun weapon, and it seems super strong too. Surprised I haven't used it before. Okay, that is all the mech bosses done, which just leaves Plantera. Let's see if we can get 3 good ones to round it out. We had 3 terrible ones at the start. Can we get 3 good ones for the end? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I have maybe tried this once. I don't think it's gonna be good against Plantera. I can't imagine. Also, isn't that from Old One's Army, which would be like impossible with this? Okay, this weapon actually looks pretty damn cool. I should have used it before. So yeah, it's tier 2 Old One's Army. I don't know how we're gonna do the Old One's Army, but I guess we'll try. We'll figure it out. Unfortunately, my struggles with the Old One's Army continue. Despite having a solid weapon this time around, one weapon can only do so much against an event that is intended to be done with several sentries. This time around, exploding kobold gliders join the fray, so we have much more enemies to deal with. It took a ton of trial and error, but after about an hour of attempts, I found that saving up a ton of enemies before the final wave would allow me to burst them down all at once to get an early ogre spawn. Okay, I managed to defeat one, but we got the wrong item. Yeah, this one isn't guaranteed. It shares the loot table with 4 other weapons. So naturally, we had to do this several more times. In the end, it took 2 hours of Old One's Army misery to get this drop. Yes! Okay, we got it. Oh my god, that sucked. I think we got it on like 4th or 5th try, which is awesome. But yeah, I've never really used this weapon before, so again, pretty excited to try it out. Don't know how great it'll be against Plantera. Dribbler worked well. I'm surprised we were able to solo that, to be honest. It was very difficult, but... and only possible because of the hoiks. But we were able to do it without any sentries again. Hopefully no more Old One's Army, though I did get a lot of the weapons, so that's good news there. I don't know if there's any way we get Betsy weapons, though, so again, Hopefully none of those show up in the future. This is the left click. It's just kind of like a... Oh, wow. That's really cool. Yes, there's no secondary attack like I was thinking there was. It's just as you hit enemies, you get ghosts. Very cool, right? But we have to get so close. We have to get so close to the enemy to get these ghosts and well, to just get hits in general. Like, yeah, really cool weapon, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Okay, I've killed 600 chaos elementals. No rod sight. That's a 1 in 400. Not including all our luck. We have the gnome. I've been throwing platinum in the shimmer. The torch luck. And still nothing. So, because I'm going to run out of time to record today, at this rate, I think what I'm going to do is just move on and probably come back to that when I have more time. Okay, so I've had a little bit of time to use the weapon, and it's really good. While I'm hitting enemies, it just starts sending projectiles at, like, random enemies all across the area here. So not only do I see where other enemies are, but it also starts working on them. And just really good crowd control too, just keeping things at bay and damaging them before they can get to me, while I'm only focusing on one target. So it's been really, really strong, and I've really enjoyed it. And while our Rod of Discord farming attempt didn't turn out, we did spend a lot of time on the world, so it hasn't been too bad getting these life fruit, especially with this binocular, or the binoculars. Great item. I don't take advantage of this enough. The only downside really to this weapon is its range. It's not great. You have to get very close to get damage. But I think I might have a solution to this. So what I noticed while farming was that I could use a dummy to spawn the projectiles, which would then focus not the dummy, not the target you're hitting, but something else entirely. So the plan is, if we can't get up close, we can line our arena with dummies, always be hitting the dummy, just like this, and then having the projectiles go after the slime. So that's the idea. We'll see if it works. It has pretty good range too. We have a blue slime up here, and that can be hit without us being like close to it at all. So while yes, the range is terrible, if we use dummies, it's actually very solid. And for whatever reason, there's like a bias to attack enemies over the dummies, which is great. I mean, it makes sense. But because of that, we can kind of abuse it. So I'm going to take this moment to get a ton of hay and make as many dummies as I can and see if this works against Plantera. This is shaping up to be a pretty interesting fight. So I'm really glad we rolled this weapon. Okay, so this is our arena. Now, the one thing I didn't realize is our shield bounces off these dummies. So I might get stuck a few times, and then this might just not work anyways. We don't even really need it in the first phase, I'm thinking. Like, this might do more harm than good. It depends how close we can safely get to Plantera. So if we need to, I'll just do wide circles around like this or something. I don't know. We'll see. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have little checkpoints as we are falling down like this with dummies. So if we can't get close and it's way too dangerous, or if we try to get close, we got hit, we got to take time to heal, we can just retreat, stay by these dummies, and then let the projectiles do some work. Let's do this. Please work. I really want this to work. Oh, I could probably try it right now while it's trying to get to us. Maybe it'll work. I don't know if it'll hit. Oh, it does, even while in the blocks. That's crazy. So again, I don't know if this is the best way to do this, because you could probably get close. It's just, from this range, it's pretty hard to dodge. So it's not the safest thing in the world. Mind you, we're not actually taking much damage. Part of me just wants to go in a tank. You know what? Let's use Frost Hammer for the first phase. Speed things up a bit. Okay, maybe we shouldn't get too overconfident. On second thought, we won't be doing that. We're just going to use our dummies. See, this is where it's really good. We can just retreat. We'll use a heal. Retreat. Oh god, these spiky balls. Okay, we hit the dummy. I knew it would happen. Okay, the dummies are making it kind of hard to move. I won't lie. Uh-oh. Shit. This isn't looking good. I gotta lock in. Okay, phase 2. Here we go. So I don't know. If we get like once here, we're just dead. So maybe this works. Maybe it doesn't. I need to kill this hornet. Hopefully this dummy can help out here. Though I suppose we could always target the tentacles. We don't even really need the dummies too much. Just makes it safer. Oh, it's going for all the other... It's not even going for Plantera itself. It's mainly the tentacles. Okay, I didn't think that through. That was not planned out super well. Okay, I might have to head back up. Yes, we do. That was bad planning. See? If we had the Rod of Discord, we would have been fine. Shit. Okay, we need to either time the Hallowed Armor set bonus or get lucky with the brain, which I forgot to put on. Also, I wasn't using the best potions. So lots of things to improve. I will wire up those heart statues, and I'll probably put them in the middle. Dude, these damn tentacles. I'm getting worried about this fight. This is actually kind of hard. I think I'm going to go up now. Yeah, we're going to go up and we're going to repeat. I don't think it despawns anymore. So this will give us time to regen. Get some of these hearts going. And then we're going to do it all again. I'm just going to repeat that process here. Gonna lure it to the right first. And then try and go down. Oh, nice. Okay, we didn't use our invincibility. That's really good. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Run. Oh my god, that was scary. Okay, do it again. Do it again. It doesn't despawn. We can safely do this. Okay. We should be okay. Okay, that was stressful. So the dummies helped decently, but it was better just to attack close on the second phase. Wow, scary though. Very, very scary fight. But we got it done. Got it done. Hell yeah. Okay, so despite some pretty terrible luck, we've made it through part 2 with only using 1 reroll, which means we still have 4 left for the remaining bosses, which is huge because these mechs, they could have just despawned if we couldn't kill fast enough. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys for part 3.